Is Battlefield 5 Firestorm Battle Royale a failure? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you do go ahead and enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. I will be pumping out more Battlefield 5 videos in the near future. But by the title of this video, we're going to be discussing in 4 parts if Battlefield 5's Battle Royale Firestorm has been a failure up to this point. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a long time now, ever since Firestorm released, ever since I gave it my first impression and review, and as of recently, I've been playing the game quite a lot. As you can see by the gameplay in the background, it's me getting a couple kills while playing Firestorm. I've been playing the game a lot recently. I've been trying to learn the mechanics of the game just because I kind of got bored of it, and I said, you know what, let's get back into Firestorm, let's give it another chance, because my first impressions were not good about the game. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this will be broken down into 4 parts.
Will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale.
Straight to where all this started, back in June 9th, 2018 at EA Play, where Battlefield 5 got revealed, and they also revealed Royale, better known as Firestorm Now. In my opinion, I feel like this divided the community 50-50, a community that was already incredibly divided by the terrible marketing and promoting and the rude comments that was made about all the fans that didn't agree with the direction that this Battlefield was headed. Obviously, EA and DICE were trying to capitalize, or were trying to capitalize off of that Battle Royale craze that Fortnite started. Fortnite, PUBG, and all those fun Battle Royale games that were making tons of money. Their main goal was obviously, again, to capitalize off of that by including a game mode that they were thinking a lot of people were going to accept open-handedly, and I feel like that kind of backfired, but in a good way and in a bad way. I'll get into further detail about that a little bit later on in the video. March 21st, 2019, the release of Firestorm, something that I was anticipating, and so were a lot of you guys. The game released, or the game mode as I should say, the game mode was released in a very good state. There were no server issues, there were no issues trying to find matches, but there were still a lot of bugs in the game mode specifically, like the looting, something that they still haven't fixed, the whole people camping in bushes. Those are things that I'm not too worried about because they can easily be fixed. They've been addressed by Criterion, which is now no longer working on Firestorm. DICE is now working on it. I think DICE LA is working on Firestorm. So that isn't something that I am too worried about. Something that I was worried about a lot though is the spike increase that Battlefield 5 received on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. A spike that did not last very long and concerned me, and is still concerning me to this day, because if you were on Twitch or anywhere on YouTube, you would have seen about 16,000 to 20,000 at peak days of people watching Battlefield 5 Firestorm. I think it got to a point where it was 80,000 people watching Firestorm when Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, and all those guys were playing it. That was really good for the community, that was really good for the game, but it did not last long. Which brings us to our current state of Firestorm. Is it a failure or is it not a failure? I would not consider this game mode a failure. To me, it's a very fun, enjoyable, intense, it's just a crazy, there's no real words to describe how this game mode makes you feel. It's completely different from other battle royales. For example, PUBG, it's a much slow pace, a much slower game. You know, you have to be a little bit more tactical. Here in Firestorm, yes, you have to be tactical, and yes, you have to be smart, but sometimes you can just run into some crazy battles and get some only in Battlefield moments. God, I hate saying that. That's pretty cringe. But that to me separates this game from every other battle royale. Firestorm's current state, and what I mean by state is the way that the game is being handled, how many people are playing, the way the game mode feels, all that wrapped into one little or big bunch, however you'd like to look at it. The game mode received its first massive update, and by massive I don't really mean massive. They added 3 new locations to the map. The map is a beautiful map. It's a massive map, the biggest map that we've ever seen ever in Battlefield, even though we can only play on half of it at one time. This is also very concerning to me because of the pacing. Yes, EA and DICE have their hands full with people begging for new maps, just like me. The game mode, or the game in general, just needs new maps. But I feel like they're kind of letting Firestorm die off. Here in the US, the East Coast specifically, sometimes I can go from 1 to 2 to 3 hours without finding any matches with full players. Earlier on in the day, I was trying to get some clips for this video, and it was taking me a long time to get into some rounds. I was getting into some 5-6 minute queues, which is insane for the US. And when I would get into those matches, there would only be like 19-20 people in that game. And it's concerning to me because, again, I feel like they're not treating this game the way it should be treated. They're not updating it as frequently as they should be updating it. They should constantly be updating it with patches, with new weapons, with customization to your weapon, something that was promised but we never received. Yes, we have character customization in Firestorm, and that is fine. I enjoy that. But again, people were out here spending their real money to be able to use weapon skins just to be disappointed to see that they're not able to use them in Firestorm. A lot of people only play Firestorm. Me personally, I would prefer to play Conquest over Firestorm just because I am not a Battle Royale player. I get too anxious, my nerves get the best of me sometimes in some situations, and I just can't handle it, and I end up losing and getting frustrated. So I'd say that Conquest or any other game mode in Battlefield 5 is for me, but as of recently, like I said in the beginning of the video, I am enjoying Firestorm quite a lot. It's a very fun game mode, and again, like I keep saying, I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. It's just very heartbreaking to see that they were Criterion pumped so much work and effort into creating such a piece of art, in my opinion, to then see DICE not keeping or fulfilling their part of the job. Like I said, without adding any new updates frequently. I know they just added a new update, but we need more updates to this game mode or it's just going to completely die off. The game mode is basically dead on streaming services, again, like Twitch. I keep mentioning Twitch, but that's where I'm on most of the time apart from YouTube. The game is alive, I'd say, and doing well on places like YouTube. I feel like people are pretty busy with their days and can't catch streams. But even if they weren't busy, they probably wouldn't be tuning into some Battlefield 5. Video probably seems all over the place and unorganized. I was gonna write a script for this video, but I decided to scrap that idea last minute because I wanted to give you guys some real opinions straight off the top of my head, and so far I feel like it's gone well. The future of Firestorm to me seems bright, and I know that sounds like I'm contradicting myself because I've used the words concerning and concerned up to this point. But when I say that Firestorm, specifically the future of this game mode, to me seems bright, it all comes down to this new update, the latest update that they added to the game mode. Adding new locations, adding a new weapon. Sadly, it is only one weapon that they have added. But the fact that they are doing these things is reassuring, and to me, it kind of shows like their attitude is shifting more for the good for this game mode specifically. I wouldn't say that the game is dead. And again, I know it does sound like I am contradicting myself from what I said previously, but this game mode has a lot to offer. With a couple more updates, a couple more locations to be added, and just frequent updates to the game mode with new weapons, new customizations, I feel like this game mode can really outshine and outperform many other battle royales that are currently out in the market. Yes, this game mode is not free, which is very, very unfortunate and a bad move by EA and DICE in my opinion. I feel like they should have definitely made this game mode free to play for everyone to go ahead and give it a chance. I feel like that is definitely hindering this game's current state and current performance, which is awful. A lot of people forgot about this game mode, apart from people like me and probably you guys that are watching this video, which are diehard Battlefield fans. Go ahead and wrap up this video. I do not think that Battle Royale Firestorm specifically is a failure. Yes, the game in general, Battlefield 5, is not where it's supposed to be. It's not at its peak state. There's a lot of work to be done, and I am looking forward to it, especially towards the end of the year. I feel like we're going to win a lot of players back, a lot of people that stopped playing the game. We're going to be getting new maps, a lot of new content, and that is something that I am looking forward to a lot. What does that mean for Firestorm? Well, we'll just have to wait and see what DICE decides to do with the game mode. Personally, again, like I said before, I feel like they're not really treating this game mode with the respect that it deserves. A lot of hard work went into this game mode, and they're just not doing enough to keep this game mode alive. Yes, they added new locations, but is that enough? Personally, I think not. I think that they need to go ahead and fix the main issues with Firestorm. They have to either make a new map, just to give, the game a little bit more diversity and, give players a couple more options. They need to introduce new weapons to the game mode. There's only like not even half of all of the weapons that are in Battlefield 5 are in Firestorm. I think that is a massive issue. The fact that you can't really go ahead and customize your weapons, and by customize I mean pick your scope, your red dot. I feel like that is a really bad mechanic and bad idea. I feel like they also need to go ahead and change that up. But in general, and again to conclude this, the future looks bright for Firestorm. I cannot wait to see what they do. Hopefully they go ahead and continue what they've done recently. Again, I'm repeating myself again here, by adding new locations and bringing new fresh stuff to this game mode. That is where I'm going to wrap up this video, guys. I know it got a little bit unorganized towards the end, but it's just, I'm really passionate about this, and I have a lot to say about this game mode. If you guys want to have a discussion in the comment section down below, tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think you agree with or you disagree with me. I'm definitely going to go ahead and read and answer back to those comments. But like I said in the beginning, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you are new around here, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. If you did enjoy what you saw, make sure to go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers. That is the next goal for the YouTube channel here. But that's where I'm going to leave this video off, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next Battlefield 5 video.